Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Mursaleen, amma ba'd, fa'a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. My dear sweet Islamic brothers and sisters and viewers of social media, let's recite Durood Pak upon the beloved and blessed Prophet Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam. If you recite after me, As-salatu was-salamu alayka ya Rasulullah, As-salatu was-salamu alayka ya Habiballah, As-salatu was-salamu alayka ya Nabiyallah, wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Nurallah. Excellence of reciting Durood Pak upon the beloved and blessed Prophet Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam, the Prophet of Rahmah, the intercessor of Ummah, the owner of Jannah, Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam has said, when two people who care for each other meet one another and recite Durood Pak upon the Prophet Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam, their past and future sins are forgiven, even before they separate from each other. Sallu ala al-Habib Sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. My dear Islamic brothers and sisters and viewers of social media, Insha'Allah Azza wa Jal, today's topic is regarding destructions of greed. Sayyiduna Abdul Rahman bin Ali Jawzi alayhi rahmatullahi qawi has narrated an interesting and thought-provoking parable on page 396 of the second volume of the book called Ayun ul-Haqayat, published by Maktabatul Madina, the publishing department of Dawateislami. There lived a strange type of snake in a house that used to lay golden eggs every day. The owner of the house was very happy to receive this free wealth. He had strongly advised the household not to reveal this to anyone, so it was a secret. This continued for several months. One day the snake came out of its hole and stung the nanny goat. The deadly poison of the snake caused the immediate death of that goat. The household people were now afraid of what had happened, but the owner confronted them, saying, "The profit we are reaping by means of the snake is much greater than the price of this goat. The profit we are reaping by means of the snake is much greater than the price of the goat. So there is no need to worry." After some time, the snake stung their pet donkey, but that also died on the spot. The owner was also confused this time, but he managed to contain himself due to greed for wealth. He said, "I see that the snake is constantly causing us loss. I will have patience as long as its loss is limited to animals, but not after that." 2 years had passed, but the snake did not sting anybody. The household forgot the losses of the animals. One day the snake bit their servant. The poor slave shouted for help, but his body had decayed before his master could reach him. Worried, the owner said, "This snake has deadly poison. Everyone it stung had died. I fear it may sting any of my family members." Many days passed in the same condition, thinking what to do, blinded by greed for wealth. He once again silenced his family members, saying that though they were suffering loss due to the snake, they were also gaining golden eggs. Therefore, they should not worry too much. After some days, the snake stung his son. An antidote was instantly made available, but his son lost his life. Extremely furious at the snake and grief-stricken by the death of his young son, the husband and wife said, "Now there is no good in this snake. It is better that this dangerous animal be killed without any further delay." The snake heard what they had said, so it disappeared for a few days, depriving them of golden eggs. After a long period of time passed, the greedy people felt obnoxious that they were no longer gaining golden eggs. Therefore, the greedy husband and wife came to the hole of the snake and smoked it out. It was as if they had given it a message of reconciliation. Astonishingly, the snake returned and started producing golden eggs once again. Attracted by the greed for wealth, they even forgot the death of their servant and son. One day, the snake stung his wife while she was asleep. She shouted, so her husband immediately attempted to treat the snake bite with an antidote, but she lost her life after a short while, twisting in pain. The greedy person was now left alone. So he told his brother and friend the whole story. All suggested, "You have made a very, very big mistake. You still have a chance. Take a lesson from that and kill the snake as soon as possible." Therefore, reaching home, he waited in ambush. All of a sudden, he saw a precious pearl near the hole of the snake. Seeing it, this greedy person became even happier. Greed for wealth made him forget everything. He said, "Time changes nature. Certainly, the nature of the snake must have also have changed, as it has started producing pearls instead of eggs. It may also have lost its poison. Therefore, I am not in danger of being stung by it." Thinking so, he gave up the idea of killing the snake. The greedy person was extremely happy to get precious pearls every day, forgetting the deaths caused by the snake. One day, putting all his gold and pearls into a pot, he buried it into the ground and went to sleep with his head placed where the pot was buried. The very same night, the snake bit him. His screams raged out, so his neighbors, relatives and friends rushed to his house. Seeing his condition, all of them said, "You hesitated to kill the snake, even putting your own life at stake." Ashamed, the greedy person could say nothing. He then dug out the pot full of gold and handed it over to them. Seeing it, all of them said, "Today this wealth cannot benefit you at all, because it will now go to others." Then after a short while, that greedy person also died. Dear Islamic brothers and sisters and viewers of social media, did you see that the greed for wealth ruined a happy home? Certainly a greedy person lacks vision. He only sees the temporary benefits of a thing and is unable to make sensible decisions, suffering losses. The above mentioned parable shows that the owner had many opportunities to avoid the risk. At first, the snake stung his goat, donkey and servant, killing them. It was sufficient to ring the alarm bell. He should have become alert, avoiding the greed for wealth, and made proper arrangements in order to remain safe from such tragic incidents in the future. But regretfully, he ignored the incidents instead of drawing some lesson from it, because he was intoxicated by the greed for golden eggs. Therefore, thinking full advantage of the heedlessness of this person, the snake killed his son and wife as well. Despite being advised by his brothers and friends, he did not kill the snake due to greed. As a result, he himself met his doom. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.